What is up, guys? It's your boy Zach, and welcome back to And today we're going to be talking about Orihime's abilities, techniques, and their limitations. From the start of the series, two mysterious powers showed up but given no explanation at the time. These are Chad's mutated arm and Orihime's hairpin fairies. It wasn't until the Urahara art it was established that Chad's powers are related to hollow powers, as his arm evolved and became more powerful in Hikomondo. And then it was explained in the Lost Agent arc that his powers are called Fullbring. But Orihime's powers are still shrouded in mystery. We had no explanation to what are her powers in the main series at all. All we know is how she got them and nothing else. So we had no idea how to measure her powers. But thanks to the light novels and statement from the manga, we finally understand everything about her powers. What are they, how they work, and what are her limits. So in this video, I'm going to clear up the confusion about her abilities. Given to her by her deceased brother, Orihime's flower hairpins, the host to her ability is the object that contained her 6 fairies, which she commands to form her 3 techniques. Koten Zanshun, which is her offensive technique, Santen Kishin, which is her defensive technique, and last but not least, Koten Kishun, which is her healing technique. What led Orihime to develop her powers is being affected by Ichigo's huge spiritual energy, which affected all of his friends and gave them the ability to see ghosts. But what unlocked her powers was the Hogyoku. As Aizen stated, the Hogyoku materialized your deepest desires, and Orihime was in a situation where she needed the power to protect her friend Tatsuki. At the time, we didn't know what exactly her powers are. We had many theories, from Fullbring to Kido to some saying it's a unique power that given directly from the Hogyoku, but thanks to the light novel Can't Fear Your Own World, it's confirmed that yes, her powers are in fact Fullbring. Which makes sense. We know she holds her hairpins at utmost value as they were given to her by her brother when she was a little girl. She developed an attachment for them. As we know, Fullbringers can perform unique abilities by development and attachment for a particular object. This fit the description perfectly for Orihime's powers. We also saw her move through Hachi's barrier that protects the Vizard's hideout, which she stated is a barrier he developed with his hollow powers, and that only a Vizard can have the ability to move through it. And as we know, Fullbring powers are the same tree as hollow powers. That's why she was able to do it, which proved that she does have hollow powers. So yes, it's confirmed and proven that her powers are in fact Fullbring. Now that we explain what they are, let's focus on one specific technique which still confuses people to this day, Soten Kishin, which is her healing ability. First things first, we need to point out the fact that Soten Kishin does not technically heal people. Stated by Aizen, Soten Kishin actually rejects events in a specific space, returning a person to a state they weren't injured. That's the basic of her ability. But unfortunately for Orihime, her powers are based around Ryatsu, which, as I addressed in previous videos, has a set of rules that apply to everyone, even Orihime. So naturally her powers have limits, which are shown throughout the series and led many to believe they are simply plot holes, but they're not. Orihime's Soten Kishin has a set of limits. Here are some of them. Number 1, she can reject death. This is something beyond her powers to achieve. Death is something not even Shinigamis can defy. And number 2, she can reject an event caused by spiritual pressure higher than hers. We've seen this numerous times. Orihime can heal people slowly and sometimes can reject certain things, such as Yamamoto's arm exploding or the hole in Ichigo's chest caused by Ulquiorra. This is something stated in the manga. This is a rule implied to all characters. Abilities can be negated by higher spiritual pressure, and Orihime's rejection can work on powerful enemies. It makes sense. Urahara is insanely strong, beyond even Ichigo's league, and Yamamoto used the Kido spell intended to kill Aizen, which is why it was hard for her to bring his arm back. It was a level of power she can't reject. She even tried to reject Ichigo losing his powers one time in the novel The Death Saved the Strawberry, but she couldn't. That's because Ichigo's transcendent powers are in a level beyond even transcendent Aizen. She can't even come close to reject something like that. So yeah, these limits make sense, otherwise she could do whatever she wants. Despite how weak she looked, Orihime is actually a very strong character. She can keep up with characters such as Urahara and Yua. Her powers, even though they have limits, are actually very useful. She is one of the most important characters in the series, and I'm glad Kubo gave her so much character development and actually gave her a role to play in the final arc. Even though she was treated horribly by the fanbase, she's actually one of my favorite characters, and I'm glad I got to do a video about her. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, subscribe if you'd like to see more, follow me on Twitter if you'd like to check out my latest news. And before I head out, I want to say thanks to all my subscribers for supporting me this whole journey. We finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe we actually made it. I also want to give a shout out to James Hansen for inspiring me to turn my channel around and make it what it is today. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And another shout out to Platinum Equinox for pushing me to evolve my channel and become more passionate about the content I produce. It was hard but totally worth it. I never thought this day would come. And another shout out to all the people who supported me and pushed me to do better. Thanks to all of you. Let's continue to support Bleach like we always do until the anime returns in 2021. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!